Hi everyone, and welcome to Roadside Assistance for Life's Travelers. My name is Lourdes Billingsley, and I'm here every Thursday at 1 o'clock answering questions that come from my interactions with people that I love and from life. So today's question is, who is your master? And I have a special guest with me who is really my inspiration in answering this question. This is Biscuit, and he's our beloved little fur kid, as we say in our family. Say hi, Biscuit. So I've been contemplating this question of who is your master for a couple of weeks now. And the other day I was standing in the kitchen and my husband came home, and he didn't happen to have Biscuit with him at the time. And so when he came home, Biscuit, like before he even got to the door, Biscuit's ears like went back. And he was like, he knew that Marcus was home. That's my husband, Marcus. And he ran to the door, and Marcus opened the door, and Biscuit was like, woo, 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 and his tail was wagging. He was so happy. And I was looking at this interaction, and I thought, I know who Biscuit's master is. And he got a shoe, he gave Marcus a gift, and he was like super, super happy to see him. So I want to answer that question with what I saw in Biscuit, by talking initially about what happens to us when we are in the presence of our master. And when we are truly in the presence of our master, we experience joy, love, gratitude, peace. Sometimes we can feel fear, but I'm not going to go there right now. But I'm just going to talk about the positive part of that, the positive feelings about it. And when we are in the presence of our master, those kinds of feelings arise. And so that's how we know when we are connected. That's how we know that we're presencing ourselves and connecting ourselves to our master, when we feel those peaceful and good and beautiful feelings. So the other thing that I noticed about Biscuit, and it's clear that my husband is his master because Biscuit loves all of us, but when it comes to Marcus, he follows him wherever he goes. He does what he says, he listens, he obeys, and he's into it, and he's happy to do it. And it's a relationship that's filled with a lot of love and a lot of peace and a lot of joy. So my question that I've been asking myself is, I know who my master is, but I've been asking it a little bit more, like, who is my master and what am I following? So I'm posing that question to you right now. Who is your master and what are you following? Is your master internal to you, or is it external to you? And where are you being led? Like, what exactly are you following when you follow your master, if you know who or what your master is? So when you follow, are you being led to peace, joy, happiness, forgiveness, or are you being led to something else? So take a minute, let's take a minute right now and just ask ourselves, well, what are we following? Am I following something that's filled with love and peace and goodness? Or am I following my past, or my habituated thoughts in my mind? Or am I following anger? Am I following my low self-worth? Am I following what I think I should be doing based on what I'm seeing outside of myself? Am I following what everybody else is doing? Is my master materialism? Like, what am I following in my life? And a lot of times we're not following our master, and we're following something, some belief we have about ourselves. We're following what we think we should be doing. We're following our self-image that may not be that great. and making decisions from that place. And so the next question to ask is, okay, well, what is a master anyway, and what does it mean to have one? Well, I posted this question, and I already got some answers from people about who their master is, and there are all kinds of masters that we can follow in religion, which is a good thing. And there are a lot of people who are following masters and not acting in ways that are congruent with love and compassion and peace and harmony. So, and some of these people that I have a similar master to, same master in my heart, some of those people do terrible things in the world. Like, for example, I was raised Catholic, and a lot of the leaders in my church back then that I no longer belong to have done terrible things to children. So then you have to kind of ask yourself, well, then what is it exactly that they're following? Wars happen. All kinds of things happen in the name of these different masters. So then how does that work? It can't be true that they're following their master. It can't be true that they're doing it in the name of their master unless their master is hatred, destruction, evil, lies, things like that. It can't be a master of love, which is what I'm talking about. And so where is our master? I haven't really met anyone here on earth yet that is truly a master. Me personally, maybe you have. And in my journey, I've had different teachers that have evoked a feeling of love and peace when I'm in their presence, which was good. And I observed over time that they really weren't a master. They really hadn't mastered being a human being that is really connected and exemplifying and living a life that is aligned with goodness and love. So for me personally, I don't have an external master. My master is right here in my heart. And that is the seat of what I consider to be the Christ light. Some people call it the Buddha light. Some people call it the divine presence. You can call it whatever you want. I don't want to have a conversation about what the name should be. I really want to have a conversation about that master that lives in my heart. And I'm asking you, who is your master? Who are and what are you following? For a long time, I followed my ideas and my ideals. And I didn't know that there was something deeper speaking to me that lived in my heart. It took me a long time to really, truly find it and be able to sit in it. It took me a good 30 years, really, to get there, with a lot of heartache and practice and clearing out the things that were misguiding me. So who is your master? What are you following? Are you following your pain? Are you following your past? Are you following some ideas that are outside of you? Or are you listening to what's guiding you deeply in your heart? And there's an interesting thing about listening to yourself and listening to your master that lives in your heart, that sometimes the direction takes you to a place that those that love you don't like. They might not want you to go that way. They might not want you to be there. But our job is to really listen deeply to that master in our hearts and to stay connected to it regardless of what's happening around us. And that's the daily practice, is how do I stay in my heart? How do I stay connected to the master within? And for some, it may just be finding it. How do I even begin that process of finding that master? So where is your master? Who is your master? Where are you looking? And I invite you to look in your heart and to look in the quiet places and to listen to those subtle inclinations that come your way during the day and in your life. And I encourage you to say yes to those. So there's a hymn that a friend of mine received, and one part of it goes like this. It goes, "In the palace of eternal love, where my master is a slave, here I stand, here I bow to the power that no one can name. Here I stand, here I bow to the power that no one can name." And I love that hymn. There's a lot more to it, but I just wanted to share that one part with you because really we're looking to be in the palace of eternal love. We're really looking to be in our hearts and to have love be our master. To have what I call the divine essence, what I call the Christ light that is in our hearts be what is guiding us. So what is your master? I hope you take some time to think about that, and I hope you find your beautiful answer. I hope that question brings you clarity around discerning what is your master and what isn't, and that you can create that distinction, and that you create an investigation for yourself on what it feels like for you when you are connected to your master. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week on Thursday at 1 o'clock. If you have a question that you want to have me share what I've experienced around, I'm happy to take it. You can just message me on Facebook, and I'm happy to answer it. And if you can, please like my page. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Lots of love, and take care in this intense weather that we're having. Mwah.